Hello, world. I would like to tell you a story. It is a story of lessons learned by me, and maybe you can glean a pearl or two yourself. Won't that be nice? That was for fun. And my grandson. Okay, here's the story. Me, experiencing life in a world believed to be owned by man. The moment I heard the words, "Your son has been murdered," my heart shattered in drops. No pieces left to pick up. That was August 28th, 2001. My moment-by-moment way of living has begun. Well, it had been a little over 3 months since that day when I found myself taking steps to socialize. It was Toby and Renetta's White Elephant party that brought me out of my home. It was a party that I had wanted to attend for as long as it had been a tradition of South Padre Island. And I think that was about 15 years. I was never able to go because I had to work. When I lived in the world, the one that believes that it must pay for life, I never missed work. I was very diligent. But this year was different. I had the night free, and I could attend. And am I glad I did. My heart was still very tender, and I had not yet gone a day with no tears. South Padre Island was a very small town then, and we all knew each other, and it felt like family. Some we didn't much care for, and some we, family. Anyway, so many heart moments were to be had that night. So many locals. From everywhere, from current locals to locals from days gone by, gathering together. What a healing moment that was. Okay. By the time I left that party, I felt not sad. The banquet was fabulous and the drinks were free. Coming home from the party, I was followed by one of our local policemen. South Padre Island was a very small town. It was home to me, and I was within 6 blocks of being followed. When I pulled into my driveway and the policeman turned on his lights and pulled alongside the driveway, I get out of my car and I approach his car, dressed in a long velvet gown with spaghetti straps, stretched fabric. It was form-fitting. The man speaks into his microphone very loudly, I might add. "Man, get back into the car," he says. Well, in the spirit of cooperation, I got back into my car while this apparently frightened of a woman and a tight-dressed man took his own sweet, sour time to come talk to me. He finally comes over and asks to see my credentials for driving. I don't have them on me, tight-fitting dress, remember? But I can provide proof. I have them. They're just yards away. They're my home. I'm in my driveway. He's in the street. I'm in my driveway. No is the answer. And a ticket he is writing. So finally, I leave the spirit of cooperation and I ask the silly man, why am I sitting here talking to you? He said, "Well, you have a brake light out, man." I said, "Really? Which one?" To me, like, was kind of important. And by the way, he stumbled his words. And so I asked him, I said, "Well, which one?" He goes, the left one. But not to worry. He's not giving me a ticket for that. I think that was the part I was supposed to feel grateful for, to this man who was frightened of women in tight-fitting dresses, especially black velvet ones, I think. Anyway, by this time I am pretty much resigned to being another human abused by the system that we the people keep in place by our obedience, mostly blind obedience, it seems. So I say to this man, my son was shot while sitting in his car. And where were you? You were too busy making money for the city to do your job. Shame on you. Shame on you. The next morning I found out that the policeman had lied. My brake light was not broken. And to make a long story short, well, to make a long story not quite so long, I wrote a letter, and I addressed it to many, Oprah being the only one that I remember. And after showing it to the local police department, I sent them. It seems no one had a problem with the policeman lying. Apparently they are told to lie. How can we trust them? That's what I'd like to know. That question is relevant, isn't it? Trust them to do what? To protect us? To be honorable? This is the experience that opened the doors to my knowing the system that is in place in this country is not for the people. No, it's not. That man who acted so frightened of women in tight-fitting dresses had dollar signs in his eyes. And that, my friend, is Big Brother's territory. Another story told by Adelaide Marie, also known as Mary Says, Angel of One, Citizen, a few others actually, but they don't come to my mind right now. How about Father Hugh, Mother Man? Thank you.